Jonathan P. Soranta. I'm Recalin P. Soranta. And we are here in front to discuss about sampling. Sampling. In research, sampling is the word that refers to your process or method of selecting respondents or people to answer questions meant to yield data for research study. The chosen ones constitute a sample through which you will derive the facts and evidence to support the claims or conclusions propounded by your research problem. The bigger group from where you choose the sample is called population. And sampling frame is a term used to mean the list of the members such population from where you will get the sample. History. The beginning of sampling could be tracked back to the early political activities of the American in 1920 when literary diggers did a pioneering survey about American citizens' favorite among the 1920 president candidates. This was the very first survey that served as the impetus for the discovery by academic presidents of the other sampling strategies that they categorize into two classes: probability sampling or unbiased sampling and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling or unbiased sampling. This method gives every member of the population an equal chance of being selected. Because of this, the sample better represents the whole population. However, problems can occur if the selection is not done properly, causing sampling and error. A larger sample size usually means fewer errors and more accurate results. But increasing sample size can be expensive and time-consuming. And the needed sample size depends on whether the group is very diverse or similar. For national studies, larger samples require 1,000 to 2,500 are used, while local studies need fewer respondents. Types of probability sampling. Number 1. Simple random sampling. Simple random sampling is the best type of probability sampling through which you can choose a sample from a population. And using a pure chance selection, you can assure every member the same opportunity to be in the sample. Here, the only basis of including or excluding a member is by chance or opportunity, not by any occurrence accounted for by cause-effect relationships. Simple random sampling happens through any of these methods. Number 1. Have a list of all members of the population. Write each name on a card and choose cards through a pure chance selection. Second, have a list of all members. Give a number to member and then use randomized or unordered numbers in selecting names from the list. The second type of probability sampling is the systematic sampling. For this kind of probability sampling, chance and system are the ones to determine who should compose the sample. For instance, if you want to have a sample of 150, you may select a set of numbers like 1 to 15. And out of a list of 1,500 students, take every 15th name on the list until you complete the total of number of respondents to constitute the sample. The third one, stratified sampling. The group composing the sample is chosen in a way such group is liable to some division during the data analysis stage. A study needing group-by-group analysis finds stratified sampling the right probability sampling to use. And the last one, cluster sampling. This is a probability sampling that makes you isolate a set of person instead of individual members to serve as sample members.
example. If you want to have a sample of 120 out of 1,000 students, you can randomly select 3 selections with 40 cluster students each to constitute the sample.
Non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling disregards random selection of subjects. The subjects are chosen based on their availability or the purpose of the study and in some cases on the sole discretion of the researcher. This is not a scientific way of selecting respondents. Neither does it offer a valid or an objective way of detecting sampling errors. Types of non-probability sampling. First is quota sampling. The resort to quota sampling when you think you know the characteristics of the target population very well. In this case, you tend to choose sampling members processing or indicating the characteristics of the target population. Using a quota or specific set of you believe to have a characteristics of the target population involved in the study is your way of showing the sample you have chosen closely represents the target population as regards such as characteristics. Second is voluntary sampling. Since the subject expected to participate in the sample selection of the ones volunteering to constitute the sample, there is no need for you to do any selection process. Number 3 is purposive or judgmental sampling. You choose people whom you are sure could correspond to the objectives of your studies, like selecting those with rich experience or interest in your study. So number 4, availability sampling. The willingness of a person as your subjects to interact with you can on a lot in this non-probability sampling method. If during the data collection time, you encounter people walking in a school campus, along corridors and along the park, employees lining up at the office, and these people show willingness to respond to your questions, then you automatically consider them as your respondents.
For the last one, the snowball sampling. Similar to snow expanding wildly or rolling rapidly, the sampling method does not give a specific set of samples. This is true for a study involving a specified group or of people, dealing with various groups of people such as street children, mendicants, drug dependents, call center workers, informal settlers, street vendors, and the like is possible in this kind of non-probability sampling. Free to obtain data from any group, just like snow, freely expanding and accumulating at a certain place. You tend to increase the number of people you want to form the sample of your study. That's all